Hello everyone and welcome back to the Let's Build project here, building our jungle treehouse, and it's all going lovely. Since the last episode I just put a couple of vines on the leaves on the trees here just to give it a little bit more definition and a little bit more just a little bit of detailing really, but that's pretty much it. As for changes between episodes, this time we are going to come off in a thiswards direction, and this way we are going to have a farm of some description, I think. So the first thing I suppose we should do really is get rid of some of these logs so that the leaves start disappearing whilst we wait. Hello, spider. So, yes, a thingamabob, a wheat farm of sort, or just a farm in general, is where we're going to start. Now, it's probably not going to be a big redstone kind of farm because, well, quite simply, I don't think we need one really in this world. And that spider is starting to get right on my nads a bit. So where are you? There we are. Get out of here. And you. Why not? Okay. So yeah, I don't think we need to go for a really big redstone kind of farm. That is what I would normally do, admittedly. But it just seems a bit out of place on this build, at the moment at least. So we are just going to go for a nice and normal farm. A nice simple farm. Because, well, to me that just makes sense. I don't know about you guys, but to me it seems like the best way to go. So we're going to take a little bit of advice, which has been graciously given to us. Those are the wrong blocks, really, aren't they? I need these blocks, which is, of course, to have a kind of shallow dip at the start, and then it kind of droops in the middle as you get to the other side. So I guess really what we need to do is build the other platform here, and we're going to build that using, I want to do something with hardened clay. Okay, a wheat farm. What color hardened clay do we reckon? I'm going to go with the white, well, I think. So let's move this out. Is that going to work? Maybe if it has some sort of border. What goes well with that? Let's have a look at cyan. I think I could deal with that. So let's put those in for now. And that's how it's going to look. Is that at a reasonable height? No, it needs to be at the same height really. So what do we need to do? We need to come up to here. So this is where it's going to be. Not down here as previously thought, but that's fine. Not in a problem here. I mean, the floor for this place is this particular platform is probably going to have to be a bit thicker anyway, due to the fact that we need to accommodate, the water and stuff for the farm so that things don't dehydrate. So there's still the chance that we're going to need to stretch this out a little bit downwards, but we'll sort that out later on. For now, we're just going to get this platform in place. I mean, this whole platform isn't going to necessarily be the farm here. This might just be the area that leads off to the farms. But as long as we have a platform here, then that is going to be ideal. So here's these, which means that what's going to happen is dead opposite the bridge, which I believe is here. Yes, it is. We're going to need those. And then that's followed up with 1, 2, 3, like that, which gives us this. And then we're probably going to just come along here like that, maybe? How's that looking for a bridge? I don't know. Something's not quite right about that. Maybe it's got a little bit to do with this. Maybe this needs to definitely be a little bit wider along the bottom here, like that. And there's still something that's not quite right about it, so we're going to try this. Try putting those there and have a look. It's a bit better. And if I put that along there, get rid of those. That's looking a bit better. We'll get there in the end. We'll get there in a bit, don't worry. Something important with bridges. That's looking a bit better for a bridge. And then we'll just put these under here, sort of support type things, and that'll do. Look at that. Wonderful. Now I know that the clay is not exactly a customary block, and we may need to fiddle about with the colours. However, I have a feeling that this is the kind of style that I would like to go for, at least on this occasion for this platform. Wonderful. And we'll bring these along here so that we have our border. I think it's important that we have the border here. I think if it was just the solid colour then it would look really bad, but I think the fact that we've got a little bit of two-tone stuff going on there, it looks a bit nicer. Okay, so there's that. I might actually have a bit of a fiddle around with the colours of clay that we're using here, because like I keep saying, I want to use clay, but I don't think these are the right colours. So I will be back when I think I have settled on a colour combination. I think brown and yellow might be quite cool, but I'll be back in a moment. Okay, there we go. That's going to do me for now. I think I'm quite happy with that. So we'll leave it like that for now. And do feel free to let me know what you guys think as well. If you think there might be a different kind of colour that would look good, or you have any other ideas for kind of floor that, hey, okay, fine, no torches for me. If you have an idea for perhaps how different to do it, for any other different ways of doing it, then again let me know, and we'll test them out and we'll have a look at it and see what we can achieve. But this is going good. I'm still really enjoying this project, more so than I was enjoying the Let's Build SimCity project. I think there was too much going on and too many different styles on the SimCity project, and it kind of got a bit cluttered. Even though everything was reasonably well spaced out and all that, it felt to me at least that it was a little bit kind of there was just too much going on from different places and different times and all that sort of thing. So maybe that's partly why the series encountered a bit of a problem. However, I am really enjoying this one, and I'm thinking, now I'm getting to this point, that actually the brown clay there might be an issue, because I would like to carry on these log bits here all the way along, and obviously when it gets to the brown clay there, it might look a little bit weird. So we're going to have to see how that looks in just a moment. This might also be a problem with a lighting bug right there. So how to fix that? Well, we'll put those there like that, and we're probably going to have to do the same on that side. There we go, none the wiser. Also, it probably, it's not so much of an issue. No one's going to kind of really see under there in any great detail. So all in all, we should be fine. But I have got terrible log placing skills, by the way. Oh, we've got another one of these. So what I might do is just have something fanciful like that. There we go. Doesn't even have to hook up to anything, just has to look a bit nice. Just a bit nice. Only a little nice, not very nice, just a bit nice. We could probably extend that all the way along here though, just so we don't have the end bits on. There we are, that looks alright. We'll hang on to that. And time set day, please. Thank you. Excellent. So yeah, I just need to finish off this bridge quickly and work out then what I'm going to do with the brown clay there. I think we're probably going to end up getting rid of it, which is a bit of a shame because I've just put it there and spent time putting it there. But you know, we want it to look good. That's part of why we're doing this, because we're trying to just make it look a bit nice. I mean, I'm fairly certain the reason why we're doing this changes every episode. You know, sometimes it's to make things look nice. On some episodes, it's to make it so that it's easily buildable in vanilla and all that sort of stuff. So probably not really buildable in survival. I think we might have lost sight of that vision quite some time ago. I might have overextended my welcome here a little bit. I think these need to be stairs here, like that, because I think if we're going for symmetry, which we are, kind of, then we need to just work this out like that. And there we go. All done. And yes. Okay, I'm going to take out the brown clay, replace it with these logs right here, and we're going to see how it looks then with the yellow. So I will be right back. So, who wants to have a guess at how it looks? I mean, you can probably tell actually from the underneath here how it looks, but I'll just nip up to the top and show you. And yep, just making sure. Okay, so here we are. If I put these in place, and I think that does actually look a bit better. So that's all good. I'm going to put the fences in here now, and again we might have to put another little archway just at the end here, just to cover these up like this. I mean, it's a good kind of it's a good feature of the connected textures thing, but it only really works when it's a 4x4 log, because otherwise you get that. But when it's 4, it looks great. Otherwise, it doesn't. So, which is a shame. But it also isn't too much of an issue because, you know, we can get some interesting looking things going on, like these archways as well. I'm actually quite a fan of those archways, so that's all good. And these don't necessarily need to go up to anywhere either. We might have to do something with these blocks here. And what I'm thinking, it's a shame you can't do the redstone lamp bug anymore, where you could have them turned on and powered without being powered. So that's unfortunate, but never mind. We'll find a place for glowstone in this project. There we go. Now we don't have to use it anymore. Not a fan of the glowstone texture, me, but there we go. Sometimes, for some reason, glowstone looks alright in jungle biomes, so it's not too terrible. But yeah, we just need to think about it. That might be a bit too much fence going on there, so we'll punch those out for now, and I might replace those with slabs or something. But here we are. This is going to be the farming platform, and now what I need to do is go off and work out how to build the wheat farm. I think that's the first farm we're going to have. So I'm going to take a quick break and work out what I'm going to do, and then we'll be back. If I just zoom out for a moment before we go, just look at this. I mean, I don't want to blow my own trumpet here. You know, you should always get someone else to blow your trumpet, right? But I really like how this looks so far. Is that just me? Or, you know, are you guys enjoying it as well? Because I really like how this looks, and if I could, I would move into here in a heartbeat. I would say, look, let's make this a new Netrock world, guys. Let's all play on this world, just because, you know, I've already got this pretty amazing looking house already. And I would even do this on a single player thing if I still did single player. I just love it. I just think it looks great. The only problem at the moment is this thing isn't really supported by anything. And I don't know how it would look to bring supports all the way down to the jungle floor here. So I might also just have a fiddle around with that. Oh, whoops. Whilst I'm busy. These all need to be vines so we can get up. So I might just have a fiddle around with that while I'm away. Okay, yeah, so here we go. Let's have a quick commercial break. See you afterwards. Okay, so I've put the supports in under here, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. They don't look bad, but they don't look great either. Maybe it's got something to do with like all this surrounding foliage and undergrowth and all that, and maybe if we trim some of this away it won't look so bad. But right now I don't know if I'm a fan of it or not, and I'll let you guys decide on that, whether or not to keep these things in. I just think it looked a bit kind of odd without the support, and I know, this is Minecraft, you don't have to adhere to physics, but I also think sometimes if you do adhere to physics, then they can make creations look interesting, and that's why I want to do that for this project. I want to make it look like, if there wasn't these supports here, then the thing would come tumbling down. Obviously we're being a bit lenient with the rules, and I'm kind of going on the idea that if the floor touches the tree, then it's well supported. So that's why this is fine, and this one down here is fine, and that one's fine, but obviously this one needs those supports there, and this platform does need some kind of support as well, because if we're playing with physics here, all that was supporting that was this tiny little staircase here, which a strong base, but might have pulled the tree over if we'd have left it there for too long. So within reason we're adhering to physics, but we're also not sometimes. That was a sentence. But yeah, let me know what you think. I'm in two minds about whether to keep it or not. I think it might have just had something to do with how thick the undergrowth was down here, because if I take a step out, now I've gotten rid of some of it, I don't think it looks too bad. However, I'm still not completely sold on it, so do feel free to let me know what you guys think. But in the meantime, let us get back to dealing with the farm, which is of course what we're all here for. So now something else weird has happened to the logs. Something like this has happened, and now I'm finding myself curious as to what would happen if I put another one on this side. Oh, then it makes it a normal one. Oh no, look, it's slightly different. Oh, cool. But anyway, looks like we're going to need another archway here just to cover those up. And like I say, ordinarily I wouldn't be too concerned, but sometimes you just have to be. And these ones in the corners, well, we're going to have to do some thinking about that as well and work out what we want to achieve, especially with this thing here. Oh, good gravy, what is that? However, I am conscious that no one's going to really be looking from the underneath, and no one's really going to be looking at all until I put the world out for download, which I might do soon. So I'm not too concerned about it for the moment, but it is something that I am aware of. But now we're going to go back to doing the farm. I've come down a little bit just so that it's so that we haven't got to necessarily worry about supports looking daft, because this is a place that will need supports for sure, and we're just going to need to what am I trying to say here? Yeah, it's definitely going to need some supports, so we just need to just try and make sure that it doesn't look daft, is what I'm probably getting at, really. Which it might do, especially if we have several of these giant supports over here, like we do have. Go away, leaves, come on, I want to see how these trees look, how these support logs look. And yeah, I don't think they look so bad now that the what am I trying to say? Now that the undergrowth is gone. I might thicken them up a little bit. Maybe that's why it looks so silly. But we'll see. We'll get onto that later. I'm going to get back to the farm now, because that's what we're here for, as I have said. Okay, so a quick progress update. I thought I would just quickly show off what we've got so far. I've only done one side, as you can see, and this is something I was thinking of the whole time. Of course, we have got drippage, and I'm not quite sure how to fix this. I have already doubled up, as you can see, and I'm thinking maybe we just have to do something else, a bit like this maybe, and then maybe just come down one more, like that. Just so that it's so that we don't have the drippage, because that's not something that I particularly want. Although it's a very cool little aesthetic feature of the. My God, that cow was just hoofing away like no tomorrow. Although the dripping is a very nice aesthetic feature, there are actually a lot of cows here. Where are you? They're all buried in the tree. There's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're all buried in that tree. Anyway, whilst the dripping water is a very good, like, aesthetic feature of the game, it's not. Oh, shut up, cows! It's not what I particularly want on this build. So, oh my God, cows! I'm gonna go and kill them in a minute. So we're gonna just do something like that to cover up the drippage, basically. And while we're here, I may as well get out my Lady of the Night. There we go, a stone one. And we may as well begin planting. We'll get these things growing whilst we work, just so that it looks nice and ready for when I do my showy-offy bit at the end and go, look how amazing it's all looking. You know the bit I'm talking about. The bit that always comes at the end of the episode, where I just do a quick flyby of what we have so far. Yeah, that thing. Wonderful! Okay, and another quick progress update, just so I can show you what we've done here. It's beginning to look like this is just going to be built in a box of some sort, which I'm okay with. I'm alright with it being in a box. So you would come down here, and then it's all growing in here all nice. You just pick it all up, replant, and that's as good as it is. I've got these little fence window posts on the fence post windows on the sides, just so it looks just so it has windows, but still looks a bit kind of, you know, like a treehouse and not a urbanized thing with windows. And there's also this thing here. I just thought, you know, it'd be nice to have a little bit of detailing on the side here, just to cover up the water, and I've mirrored it on the inside as well. Just so it's a little bit different. What else? I've got this little ceiling in here. Nothing particularly fancy. And then we've got some stairs. And on here, I was going to put the chests for storing the crops and things in. I don't know whether we're going to be able to have two. Actually, or even if they should be there, then maybe they'll be better off on the stairs here. Like that, maybe. Actually, I think we'll only have one there, and I'll move the planks in a bit, and we'll just put those there like that. And then, of course, this is going to have to be the outside wall, and I'll think about that in a little while. But there you go. That was our progress update. I'm also thinking of how to do the roof of this as well, because obviously mobs may spawn unless we light it up or proof it. So I am wary of that, don't worry. Okay, well, I think we are done. So if I come down here and have a look, there we go. And actually, I quite like that you can see out through here. I quite like that. Initially, when I started that clip, I had forgotten about putting a back on here. But on the whole, I don't think it actually looks that bad. I might just like put something around the back here so that it's not completely exposed. But I actually kind of like it so you can just look straight out the back there. And this is perhaps not so ideal. So what I might do is just a little pattern thing like that. Oops. There we go. That's not so bad now. But yeah, there we go. The wheat farm is now finished. And here we are, all nice and ready to be harvested. If I just hop out and show you underneath all looks fine. The only thing about underneath here is that it's not supported, so I may just quickly do that now. If I put a block there, yeah, we get a lighting bug. Okay, not to worry, we'll just do that. But that makes that happen, which I am confused about. How do I... There we are. I was going to say, how do I get that to fix? Come on now. Maybe we can just bring it down through the corners here. Maybe that'll look okay. You go into water. Okay. Let's get rid of the undergrowth here. A little bit more. There we go. Open up some of the water there. There we go. And this tree can go as well. Don't want to get rid of too much of the leaves, but just enough so that, you know, it's not intrusive on everything. Which is hard to do in a jungle, I know, because the damn stuff's everywhere. But what little we can do, we shall do. That's the way to think of it. So I'm going to put in the last of these supports, which goes here. And that should actually finish us for this part of the project. And at some point what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to build a way up to here. But we can... So just undo all of the work there. Fantastic effort. We'll be able to work on that as and when at some point in the future. But there we go. I am really loving this. How amazing. Check it out. This looks so great. Big fan of it, if I do say so myself. But there we go. That's going to do us for today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. I think it's a slightly longer one than usual. But hey-oh, never mind. If you have enjoyed it, then please feel free to leave a thumbs up and a comment. And maybe even subscribe if you haven't done so already, because it really does help out the channel a lot. And I am very appreciative, as always, for all of your help. Cinematic mode activate. I will see you in the next episode when we will work on... Oh man, that was a good thing until I got caught in the tree. Anyway, yes, I will see you next time here on the Let's Build world, when we will have a go at another part of the house. Not quite sure what part yet, but you can rest assured that we shall. So I shall see you all then. Bye-bye!